Hello everyone, it's Succulents Box. Today we'll be discussing the care and keeping of String of Pearls. The first thing you need to keep in mind is light exposure. Compared to other succulents, String of Pearls has slightly different needs for light. They perform well in bright light but also prefer some shade. Hence, you can grow them as an indoor plant. Just make sure to put them in a bright spot where they get at least 4 to 6 hours of morning sun. They don't like intense sunlight and high heat, so they do need protection from afternoon sun, especially during summer. String of Pearls won't suffer from lack of sunlight as much as other succulents, but you might notice the newly grown leaves get elongated if they don't receive sufficient light. String of Pearls prefer temperatures around 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit to thrive. They're not cold hardy and should be brought indoors if temperatures fall below 40 degrees. Watering String of Pearls can be tricky sometimes. The stems and pearls are very fragile, so they're pretty sensitive to water. Just water when the soil is completely dry and remember to give them a real good soak. Avoid spraying water on their leaves, especially if you live in a humid climate. One trick to water String of Pearls right is to wait until the leaves get a little deflated. That's a sign when they need water. Like most succulents, String of Pearls prefer gritty soil. You can either make your own by mixing organic soil with perlite and pumice, or grab a bag of cactus soil mix. Choosing the perfect pot size is important too. String of Pearls have a shallow root system, so you don't want to put them in a deep pot. Terracotta pots are recommended since they're made of breathable material which allow the root system to aerate. Another important thing is to make sure the crowns of the pearls stay at the same level with the top of the pot, or at most half an inch or an inch lower than the top. Propagating String of Pearls is pretty easy. First, prepare a pot of well-drained soil and some 4 to 6 inch healthy clippings of String of Pearls. If your String of Pearls have problems and you want to save them, you can also remove the remaining healthy cuttings and try propagating them. Next, you should remove some pearls at the bottom to further expose the stem. Let those cuttings callus well for 2 to 3 days before replanting them. Slightly mist the soil in advance and lay them on top or stick the stems in the soil. Place the pot in indirect sunlight and the cuttings should start to root after 2 to 3 weeks. The most common problem with String of Pearls is shriveling leaves. Watering issues or inadequate sunlight are the usual causes for this problem. When String of Pearls are underwatered, they will start to shrivel and dry up. Too much sunlight can also make these pearls dry up. If you notice the pearls turn brown and wrinkled, it's a sign they're getting sunburned. Another widely known issue with String of Pearls is overwatering. You can usually tell a String of Pearls is overwatered by the puffiness and darkening of its leaves. Those leaves will later become mushy and shriveled up. Severe cases will eventually lead to root rot and dying succulents, so be careful not to water String of Pearls when the soil is still moist. Even though succulents are generally pest resistant, you might find mealybugs appearing on your String of Pearls. To fix it, use an insecticidal soap or neem oil to remove these insects. Prepare a mixture of water and neem oil and add a few drops of dish soap. This treatment must be repeated a few times to prevent pests from coming back. That's it for today. Hope you guys find these tips useful and we'll see you next time.